Hello, hey, hey, hey. Thank you for pressing the button. We are going to do a spiritual reading for this new moon. I've packed in my moons now. I have to be very cautious around how I plan my moon phases since I'm committing to giving readings for the full moon and for the new moon. So we are in a new moon in Taurus. So just in case you clicked, but you don't really understand what any of that means. That means that the moon has become new, which you can't see. You know, the moon would not be like the full moon that's bright and shiny. It's normally dark, and we have moved into Taurus season. And so Taurus season, any of y'all who are Tauruses, like it's y'all time to shine. Um, I personally have close relationships with a couple of very key Tauruses in my life. My mom's birthday is during this season. One of my best friends' birthday is during this season. Um, and so, what happens with these folks that are born during this particular spring equinox, right? So, think about that in terms um, of what moving into kind of a new season means to us. We always hear about that with like, these are just seasons of your life, right? So right now we're in this Taurus season where spring is really blooming. We just had 420, where some of you all partook in Easter. Some of you were journeying with plant medicine on that 420, right? But it shows or it gives us a time of renewed rebirth, right? So that's a lot of what the world kind of celebrates during this time of Taurus season. And so, what Taurus is all about, from what I've seen, is about planting seeds and then being able to see those seeds bloom into flowers, into this new warmer sunlight, right? So you're probably seeing more and more flowers. You probably had your hay season, you know what I mean? All of those kind of things are happening during this time. And so we want to be able to tap into this newness, into this spring season for ourselves. And we're going to ask the tarot cards just a few questions about grounding ourselves, stability, what we can water during this time, right? That continue to help that sunshine to help everything bloom. So if you do not want to use cards, that's totally fine. You can just journal these things out for yourself, or you can have your own deck. I'm going to use a deck and I'm going to use some oracle cards to anchor in an affirmation for us for the next couple of weeks. So these readings are only for 2 weeks, right? So we've got 2 weeks in between the new moon and the full moon. So there'll be another recording with a different kind of astrological placement in the next 2 weeks. But for this is going to be for just these next couple of weeks in the new moon in Taurus and kind of what we're planting, because Taurus is a fixed sign. That means someone who is stubborn, someone who holds their ground, who is very, very grounded, who is very, very routine. But with the coming of spring, they also have this luxurious side, right? Think about just lounging by the poolside as the sun just hits your face and feeling the cool breeze, right? Those are the things that we look forward to in the spring. And so Taurus also represents this very soft, luxurious, sensual. You can smell the spring flowers. They have that type of energy and personalities. If you've ever met a really grounded Taurus, then you know what I'm talking about. So I gave you a little clue about what questions I'm going to ask, right? So, how can we steadily ground, you know what I mean, ourselves? And how can we also bloom? Right. So I always see it as, how do you root and how do you expand? And then we're going to pull an affirmation card, which will just be our anchor. It's normally kind of an I am statement or an affirmation of what the energies and what our spirits and ancestors are telling us. So if you haven't already, go ahead and grab your cards and clear your cards, right? We believe that everything is animated, it holds energy. So us putting our intention on clearing out our cards gives us also a clear channel to the divine, just us allowing through the shuffling and through the movement, just shaking out anything that is old that we no longer need to carry, that the cars need to carry. Kind of breaking the bond of maybe the last time you touched your cards or were um, using them for communication. And so if you're doing this and you're not using any cards at all, this is kind of the time that you just ground your energy and begin to breathe. Maybe you shut down the windows of your eyes, right? And just feel a clear channel flow through you as you put your pen to paper. Or maybe you're voice recording this, so kind of prepping your space to be able to get the downloads that you need. So we're going to ask Spirit that of our highest and best, in what ways can we ground ourselves? So the first card that comes up is about patience. We got the Hangman. So this looks like it should be a time of pause. I know you see her. I like this card because what I see when I look at this card in the Hangman is her having this space where she is floating, right? Because if she's not laying down, then this amulet that she is wearing would have fallen down. So the Hangman is telling you that this is a time for rest. You can ground yourself in just the pause, that in between, all the things that you have been working on and that you were really looking to open up during the new year, right? During that January season where we were all doing fasts and we were doing Ramadan and then Easter was coming, right? Now this is a shift in a pause, us just allowing ourselves to lay down, to relax, to know that spirit is working in our favor. Because we got the Ten of Wands, right? The Ten of Wands is saying that the time that we have used to really fortify and execute our spiritual energy, wands are all about spiritual energy, right? It has all come together at the root and it is complete, right? So all the good juju, all the good intentions, all the ways that you have been manifesting, lining everything up, it is time for you at this time in this new spring renewal to just rest. I know I'm a sound bath practitioner, right? So I believe in naps and all that kind of thing, right? So this isn't just about naps. This is allowing your spirit to truly rest and freely roam and do whatever it needs to do out in the ethers because you are chilling. Right? You've done the heavy lifting. You have put all the things together, but now it's time for you just to chill because the Hangman is always about the fact that we are probably trying our best to rush forward. And this is not the time for you to rest forward. You have put everything together and now that time is completion. So now it's just time for you to take your deep pause. Because what is going to come from that is a new, renewed, right? This cups. If you don't know nothing about the cups are all about your feelings, right? It's about your emotions, it's about your intuition, right? So you being able to just rest your spirit, know that your spirit is really working for you. That time is completely complete, right? That's why this is down here because it's like, okay, all of that forcing, the making and doing all the things, that's dead. Just rest on that. There's nothing else that you need to do. You can just hang out, rest in the pause, because in that pause is where you get new inspiration. It's in that calm, still place that you're able to really allow the floodgates of what you have worked for to collect. That was not the word, but I can't get it out right now. So to collect so that you are offered a new inspiration and you can begin to see how your cup runneth over, right? That cup is runneth over into a perfect bowl, right? That's our intuition now getting more, right? And that's what I believe in 100%, right? It's what Taurians also believe in. You should have more than enough comfort, right? You structure your life and ground your life in a way that you're constantly being poured into, right? Some people even say they're stubborn. They're stubborn because they want to get their way. And a lot of times, what they're trying to get their way, you know what I mean, about, sometimes they can stay a little bit loyal for too long or different things like that because they get really, really stuck in this is how this is supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel loving. It's supposed to feel like the most like life in your life experiences should feel rich, right? They should feel like how the earth feels. Like there's always more, there's plenty for you. So allowing your energy just to be able to overflow, right? Into, I got more than enough. I've worked really, really hard to make these things happen. I'm good. This is the spring season. Things are going to pop on their own, right? I hope that is making sense to your spirit. And so now, as we kind of understand that Spirit's asking us to chill out, let new inspiration come, we're going to pull a card that is about our anchor, or what can affirm this for us whenever we find ourselves worried about the past or stressed out about the future, or all those things that are, that we have put in Spirit's hands to handle for us, and all the actions that we had to take from January and now until really the beginning of May, but the end of April. So in this Taurus season, what can we anchor into to see us bloom? I love myself, I respect myself, and I accept myself exactly as I am. I just love that I love myself. Pour that into your cup, baby. If you do nothing at all, if you do nothing at all, if you wake up every single day and just say I love myself as soon as you wake up, right? Before you go to bed. That's always my thing. Like, affirm for yourself that you love yourself. The further you will go. Every single time you become present with just I love myself, you will get a trigger inside your body that says, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And you will get a trigger that says, nah, sis, you making a choice right now that's not about love. That's about ego, or that's about greed, or that's about selfishness, or that's about whatever it is. When you put in the power of I am love, or I love myself, baby, you will not have any problem resting. You will know that divine 100% got you, right? So luxuriate in the loving of yourself in these next 2 weeks, where you are resting and really blossoming in all that you have done, being really proud of what you have done, being able to recognize what you have done, and whatever it is that you can do for yourself, for your inner self, not your outer self. The outer self part, we know you getting your nails done. We know you getting your hair done. We know that you're getting your all of the things, right? We know that you're doing that. That's not what we're talking about in terms of self-care with Taurus, right? Self-care for a Taurus is that I absolutely unequivocally am worthy of the luxuries that my heart desires. I love myself. I love who I am. I love how I show up in the world, right? Giving yourself that amount of affirmation. All right. Thank you so much for listening for the whole 14, 15 minutes. I know I normally do a meditation, but I wanted to keep this short. Also, because I piled up my day because we've been doing the law of attraction master class. We were on class 1 earlier today, and it was absolutely divine. We had some great journal props. We're establishing our I am statement so that we can take that I am statement and expand it in abundance for 21 days. So I'm super duper excited about that. And part of my abundance is being able to send these readings and these gifts to you directly to your inbox, combining your astrology, combining your personalized cards, and sending that to you every single month. Right. I had a few people ask. It's about three people that kind of affirmed the alignment for me to be able to send those out to folks. And so I'm gonna leave the information wherever you're watching this video, so that if you want to sign up for that every single month, introductory, I'm doing $55. I think I'm gonna offer it for $55, probably just for a few weeks. Or have two tiers of readings where you can get a reading and then you can get a whole healing journey every single month for yourself that includes meditation, that includes your journal props. Basically, it's calling and clarity, right? Like one-on-one time with me, but instead of you having to show up face to face, you're able to get all the things that you need inside of your inbox, right? So two tiers. The first tier is just your tarot card reading for the month for yourself to help you to understand and know what to expect for that month. Or you can get the complete reading, forecast, meditations, journal props, affirmations, all things that you get whenever you do a one-on-one with me, but that is sent straight to your email where you don't have to show up. You can download it and listen and receive it throughout whatever time of the month that you so choose. All right. Anywho, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I hope to see you in person in one of my classes or in a sound bath or however we get together. I hope to see you again soon.